Hello everyone, welcome to Ecofletion. Today we are discussing another topic that is elasticity of demand. So let's begin. Elasticity. What is elasticity of demand? The degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded of a good to change in its price, consumer's income, and price of related good. So that is elasticity of demand. Degree of responsiveness. That is how much quantity demanded is changes due to change in its price, consumer's income, and price of related good. So on the basis of that, there are basically three types of elasticity of demand. That is price elasticity, income elasticity, and cross elasticity of demand. So let's see one by one. The first one, price elasticity of demand. What is price elasticity of demand? Price elasticity of demand indicates the degree of responsiveness of a quantity demanded of a good to change in its price. Other factors become constant. So degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded due to change in its price. So that's why it is price elasticity of demand. So there is one formula for price elasticity of demand, that is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Change in price and change in quantity demanded are inversely related to each other. So price and quantity demanded are inversely related to each other. That is, when price falls, the quantity demanded rises, and when price rises, the quantity demanded falls. So that's why it is inverse relation. So there are five types of price elasticity of demand: elastic demand, inelastic demand, unitary elastic demand, perfectly elastic demand, and perfectly inelastic demand. So let's see one by one. First one, elastic demand. What is elastic demand? The percentage change in quantity demanded of a commodity is greater than the percentage change in price. So it is elastic demand. And then the price elasticity of demand is said to be greater than 1. So when the percentage change in quantity demanded is greater than the percentage change in price. Price changes, but quantity demanded is more changes than the price. So that's why it is elastic demand. EP is greater than 1. That is, elasticity of price is greater than 1. Second one, inelastic demand. The percentage change in price of commodity leads to smaller percentage change in quantity demanded. Then it is inelastic demand. The percentage change in price of commodity leads to smaller. The quantity demanded change smaller than the percentage change in price. That's why it is inelastic demand. So inelastic demand is less than 1. That is, EP is less than 1. Now let's see the elastic and inelastic demand on the graph. When the price is OP, then the quantity demanded is ON, and when the price is OP dash, then the quantity demanded is ON dash. So in elastic demand, when price falls from P to P dash, the quantity demanded rises from N to N dash. The distance between P to P dash is smaller than the distance of N to N dash. So percentage change in quantity demanded is greater than the percentage change in price. When we draw the demand curve, so demand curve is little bit flatter. And now let's see the inelastic demand. When price is OP, the quantity demanded is ON, and when price is OP dash, the quantity demanded is ON dash. When price falls from P to P dash, the quantity demanded rises from N to N dash. But in this case, the distance between P to P dash and N to N dash is different. The P to P dash distance is more than N to N dash. So quantity demanded is changes, but in smaller percentage. When we draw the demand curve, this is our demand curve. So demand curve is steeper in nature. So this is elastic and inelastic demand curve. Next one, unitary elastic demand. What is unitary elastic demand? The percentage change in price is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded. Then the elasticity is equal to 1. That is unitary elastic demand. When percentage change in price is equal to percentage change in quantity demand. So unitary elastic demand, that is EP, is equals to 1. So let's say on graph, when price is OP, the quantity demanded is OQ. When price is OP dash, the quantity demanded is OQ dash. When price falls from P to P dash, the quantity demanded rises from Q to. The distance between P to P dash is equal to distance between Q to Q dash. So that's why it is unitary elastic demand. So our demand curve is straight line. It's not flatter, it's not steeper, it's the straight line. Next one, perfectly inelastic demand. What is perfectly inelastic demand? change in price of commodity does not affect the quantity demanded of the commodity at all, then the elasticity is equals to 0. Change in price of commodity does not affect the quantity demand, so that's why it is perfectly inelastic demand. EP is equal to 0. Demand curve is vertical line. Next one, perfectly elastic demand. What is perfectly elastic demand? Small change in price would cause to buyers to increase the quantity demanded from 0 to all they want, or they can switch completely from one product to another product. That is the perfectly elastic demand. The elasticity of perfectly elastic demand is infinity. So demand curve is horizontal line. Now perfectly inelastic and perfectly elastic demand we will see on graph. Change in price doesn't affect on quantity demanded of good, so that is perfectly inelastic demand. In perfectly inelastic demand, the demand curve is vertical line. So this is our vertical line. And in perfectly elastic demand, smaller change in price would cause the buyers to buy all they want or to shift to another product. So demand curve is horizontal line. This is our horizontal line. Now let's see the cross elasticity of demand. What is cross elasticity? The degree of responsiveness of change in the demand of one good in response to change in price of another good represents the cross elasticity of demand. When the goods are substitute to each other or complementary to each other, then the elasticity is cross elasticity of demand. Price of one would affect the quantity demanded of another. So that is the cross elasticity of demand. This happens because demand for two goods are so related to each other. Let's understand by the help of graph. There are two goods, X and Y. The demand for good X and demand for good Y. Let's see the scenario of good Y. When the price is OP, the quantity demanded is OQ1. When price is OP dash, the quantity demanded is OQ2. When price falls from P to P dash, the quantity demanded rises from Q to Q dash. But in the case of X, when price of good Y is OP, then the quantity demanded of X is OS1. So this is our demand curve for OS1 when price of Y is OP. When price falls from OP to OP dash, demand for X falls from S1 to S2. Then the demand curve shifts left side. So this is our new demand curve, which is shifted from dx to d dash x. So that is our new demand curve causes due to fall in price of good y. And this is the good y's demand curve. So this is basic demand curve, but price of good y affects the quantity demanded of good x. So that is cross elasticity of demand. Now next one, third type of elasticity of demand, that is income elasticity of demand. What is income elasticity? Proportionate change in the quantity demanded of a good by change in income. So quantity demanded changes due to change in customers' income. So there is one formula for income elasticity of demand, that is proportionate change in purchase of a good divided by proportionate change in income. So this is income elasticity. There are three types of income elasticity: zero income elasticity, positive income elasticity, and negative income elasticity. So let's see one by one. Quantity demanded of a good is quite unresponsive to change in income. So this is zero income elasticity. EI is equals to 0. That is, change in income does not affect the demand. So that's why it is zero income elasticity. Second one, positive income elasticity. Increase in the income leads to increase in the quantity demanded. When income increases, the quantity demanded also increases. So this is positive income elasticity of demand. EI is equals to more than 0. So it is positive. Third one, negative income elasticity. That is, increase in income leads to fall in quantity demanded of that product. Increase in income leads to fall in quantity demanded. So this is negative income elasticity. EI is less than 0. These are generally inferior goods. When people's income increases, they generally not prefer to buy inferior goods. They shift to prestigious goods. So this is the elasticity of demand. This is the basic video. We will discuss the elasticity of demand in detail in our further videos. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe Ecofletion.